All right, guys, we are back.
Justin's refusing to put deodorant on any sticks.
No, we're not starting yet, okay? All right, guys, back with another Workout Wednesday. Today's a nasty one, at least in my eyes. If you guys are happy about this workout, good on you. I strive to be like you. It is 6 rounds of 10 thrusters. We're doing 105 and 70. So just a little bit heavier than 95, 65. That's a rep, like the weights that come up in the open a lot. So it's nice to do it a little bit heavier. Gives you that little bit of confidence when you go to hit the open workout that it's a little bit lighter. At least that's why I like it.
That's the idea.
That's the idea behind it. But yeah, 6 rounds of it. So this is definitely a workout that makes me nervous, you know? I don't know if I want to say it's weakness movements, but it's definitely movements that I lack confidence in, and the only way you're going to get more confidence is by doing them. So we're going to film it today and show you guys a Workout Wednesday. But me and Ellie tend to have different strengths and weaknesses. So workouts that normally make me really nervous and scared, she's foaming at the mouth about, and vice versa.
It actually makes me nervous and scared because I know how bad I can hurt on workouts like this.
Yeah.
I know you're nervous because you go into like silent mode. You like won't talk.
Yeah. Yeah, if this workout came up in competition, nerves would be flowing. But yeah, I mean, I've had good success before in thruster echo bike workouts, but it's like Ellie said, I feel like this workout, no matter how good or how much you struggle with these movements, it's just gonna hurt. And I think when we're doing it, it's just about, hey, like, think about that. Like, hey, like, let's just focus on training, focus on getting better at the movements, and have some fun with it. Try to relieve that stress away from it, because it's gonna hurt either way. But I think for me, my strategy on it is to keep those thrusters unbroken. I think that's a big part of the workout, is just trying to stay moving as much as you can. So for me, every time I get off the echo bike, the goal is gonna be to pick up that thruster bar as fast as I can. I don't wanna be finishing the echo bike, going and grabbing chalk, because you definitely don't need chalk for thrusters, and then picking up the bar, because that's 5 or 10 seconds that you just wasted. You should have just maybe went 5 or 10 seconds slower on the echo bike, so you're able just to get off feeling better and then pick up that thruster bar right away. And then using your speed on the echo bike as your throttle for the workout. So the harder the workout gets, you're probably gonna have to back off on the echo bike just a little bit to keep yourself feeling good, because the way that I think about it is, if you take 10 seconds before you pick up your bar, that's 10 wasted seconds where you're not getting any work done. So if you're just on the echo bike going a little bit slower, at least you're still accumulating work and making progress in the workout, rather than just standing there looking at your bar. And that doesn't mean that you have to do those thrusters unbroken. It might be a quick like 6-4 break there in the like in those middle rounds where it starts to get grindy. But that's just the way that I like to think about the workout. I have a pace in mind that I want to keep. You've done like a 10-minute max cal echo test, which is super fun. Highly recommend for you guys. But for me, this workout takes about 10-ish minutes. I think if I can go sub 10, it should take 10-ish minutes. I could see it taking up to 12 minutes, but I think for me, the goal is to be as close as I can to that 10-minute mark as I can. But knowing that, it's like, okay, well, in that 10-minute, like 200 cals in 10 minutes is a really good score. That's 20 cals a minute. And in order to do that, you need to be holding 72 RPMs. So for me, that's kind of my ceiling. I don't think I'm gonna be able to bike too much faster than that with keeping the thrusters fast, but that's gonna be the goal. I'm gonna try to keep the bike above 68, try to hold that 72, see how the workout goes. What about for you?
Yeah, I think I'm going into with the same sort of strategy. I have a rough pace that I would like to hold. If this was to come out in competition, it's probably a workout that I know that I can go into attack mode on. So my thing would be like, okay, where am I going to win the workout? And for me, that's like pushing the bike.
Yeah.
So in those later rounds, sort of, even though you really don't want to, picking up the bike just that little bit more. But that's like going into it with like a I want to win this workout sort of mindset.
Yeah, and I think for you competitors out there that are watching this, like, I think that's something that's really important. Let's say me and Ellie were competing head to head in this, and like our time mattered and we were in a competition. I would be looking at the field and be like, okay, like, you gotta watch the field, know where you're at, know if you need to be able to pick it up to stay with the pack, or if you're ahead of the pack, you can know you can settle in. But Ellie's one of those athletes that if she rabbited out and got out in front, I'd be like, okay, she's someone that can probably hold that pace. And for me, I probably can't, so I'm not gonna fall into that trap and try to go after her. I know that happens every single class workout, every single competition. There's always someone that freaking rabbits out in front, and you try to catch them, and the next thing you know, you're halfway into the workout, freaking hands on knees, huffing and puffing. So for me, hopefully, logging this workout, I'll be on the whiteboard. I'm gonna hit my rounds every time, and hopefully my round times don't differ too much throughout the 6 rounds.
I think we're procrastinating, we're talking lots, and we don't want to do the workout.
Yeah, all right, let's do the workout. Come on, Dallas. All right, guys, that is that. I'll let you go first. You finish first.
I don't know what to say.
How was it? How's your pace?
It was good. I wanted to hold like high 60s, low 70s RPM on my bikes, which I did. The last few rounds got really, really tough to hold it there, but I just told myself, like, as soon as you get on the bike, get it up to pace, and then like just try and hold it there. The thrusters also got really tough, but it's at a weight that's like light enough that like it'll blow up your legs and burn, but you should still be able to like cycle them. Yeah. I've got blood in my mouth now.
Yeah, tasting freaking pennies. Yeah, workout went really good. I was also trying to hold high 60s, low 70s on my Echo bike, and then just keeping my thrusters fast. I think for us, that thruster bar is pretty light. So it was just reminding yourself on the bike that, okay, I can hurt on this Echo bike a bit, knowing that I'm gonna be able to pick up that thruster bar right away, and then focusing on when you get back on the bike, get into your pace as soon as possible. After round 1, I was at 15 cals when Ellie hit 15 cals. So we pretty much biked the same pace. Then on round 2, I was at 11 cals when she finished. Then round 3 was 8 cals. And then it kind of stayed between like, I was at 8 or 9 cals every time when she was finishing. So like, that means on rounds like 3, 4, 5, or maybe just 4 and 5 mostly, our rounds time were the same, but Ellie beat me by 40-ish seconds, and she pretty much just got that 40-second lead on round 1 and 2 on the Echo bike. Like, she didn't make up any time on the thrusters, and I know the thrusters are kind of like the scariest part of the workout, because the Echo bike, you can kind of just sit on it and go. But you got to remind yourself, if you're trying to get the fastest time possible, you have like 6-ish minutes of biking, and what, your time was?
8.
Just over 8. So like 6-ish minutes of Echo biking, 2-ish minutes of thrusters. So like the majority of the workout is on the Echo bike, and that's where you really got to push.
I also operate, you sort of have to know your like style of what you prefer in workouts. I prefer to go out hot and then challenge myself to keep that pace. Justin's probably the opposite, and he'll pick people off throughout the workouts, throughout the time of the workout. Also, disclaimer, with my back, all I could do for about 6 months was echo bike. Literally the only thing I could do. I couldn't even C2 bike. So I've had a lot of hours on that thing.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty confident on it now.
Yeah, no, she freaking crushed the echo bike. I mean, a lot of workouts we're holding close to the same pace, which is like hard to admit, but Ellie is a freaking beast on that thing. I think for those of you guys that are wanting to do this workout, remember, like I said, on those, like rounds 4 and 5 are gonna be the most challenging. And for me, I'm gonna go back, I'll look at the Beyond the Whiteboard. Dallas might be able to post my splits right here so you guys can see it, but if not, it's on the Beyond the Whiteboard app. But I would say, I know I did mess up the first round. And then but on those rounds 4 and 5 is where you're gonna be able to make up a lot of ground on people, because that's when people are gonna hit a wall. And like Adam, my coach, he always says like, winners win the second to last round. And that's like that rounds 4 and 5, because everyone can go hard in the beginning, everyone can go hard at the end, but the winners are gonna win in the middle. And I think that's what we focus on, especially when you get to the round 4 and 5. You're like, hey, like this is the meat of workout, like treat it like it's the last round, because you're gonna be able to go harder on the last round if you hit the workouts right. Like hopefully that last round shouldn't be your fastest round, because that means you left some in the tank earlier on. So we'll go back, look at the splits, but hit this workout, guys. Log it Beyond the Whiteboard. We're gonna put the winner from the last workout Wednesday right here. We'll reach out to you, send you guys a gift. But yeah, guys, have fun with this workout. I mean, as you can see, if you guys wanna get a more stimulus closer to us, like feel free to change the cals a little bit, lower the weight on the thruster bar, or just have fun, attack it as is. And yeah, post your times on Beyond the Whiteboard, post them in the comments, and we'll see you next week. Peace. Oh, you smoked that, Ellie.
I could not breathe out my air holes.